Welcome back. As your local election headquarters, we have information you need to make an informed decision at the poll tomorrow.
So if you live within View ISD, there's a $10 million bond on the ballots. The bond package is for campus-wide upgrades and renovations, such as adding career and technical education classrooms, upgrades to LED lights, and another set of restrooms to the junior-senior high school campus. If passed, residents will see an 8-cent tax increase per $100 of assessed value. So for a $100,000 home, that would mean the owner would pay $60 more a year in taxes. And Iowa Park CISD is also putting on a bond election before voters. This one, if passed, comes with a 20-cent tax increase. The
$24.5 million bond would improve W.F. George Middle School. That has portions of that building built as far back as 1923. And while more than $18 million would go toward structural repairs to the W.F. George Middle School, funds would also ensure facility upgrades to the Ag Science Facility, the high school, and the 2 elementary schools there. Someone who lives in a $100,000 home would pay $16 more a month in property taxes if the bond goes through. Residents 65 and older would not see a tax increase. In Hardeman County, there's a $7.5 million bond election in the Chillicothe ISD to build a new cafeteria.
The bond includes renovating the existing cafeteria into classrooms and then building a new cafeteria that would have a cafeteria, kitchen, a performance stage, and a bus loop for elementary carpool. The measure would also include building a new agricultural building for the district's growing vocational program. It would also have a wood shop, metal shop, and a paint booth. If the bond passes, the tax rate would increase by 13 cents. So for a $100,000 home, that would be an estimated $10.83 a month. Like in the Iowa Park bond election, those 65 and over are exempt. Those living in the Olney Hospital District are being asked to make sure the hospital and its resources stay around for many more years to come.
Yeah, hospital officials say right now the 25 cents per $100 cap established 30 years ago is worth more, about 15 cents now. On the ballot, residents within the hospital district could approve the hospital having the option, if it's needed, to use the Texas max cap at 75 cents per 100. If approved, it's not a 50-cent automatic increase, but the ability to utilize the cap over time when and if needed. The homestead exemption allows the hospital to not bring increases to those 65 and older on fixed incomes. And even though the hospital district serves Archer County, residents outside the district would not see an increase if approved. Officials say the hospital and 2 rural health clinics have more than 18,500 patient visits from citizens over a 5-county area. In Burke-Burnett, residents will decide if they want their police joining the civil service.
That's right. The Texas Municipal Police Association introduced the idea to the Burke City Commission back in March. They say the benefits of Burke Police joining civil service won't cost taxpayers a dime, even though that was questioned by some of the Burke commissioners. If the ballot measure passes, policies and wages would be determined by the state civil service system. Another race we're watching closely is happening in Monte County, where voters will be deciding whether or not cities can annex new areas without first holding an election.
Now, residents, they put this on the ballot through a petition. If they vote for the issue, then cities in Montague must hold elections before annexing. Currently, Texas law allows cities to annex new areas outside city limits without those residents' permission. Under a recent law, a few larger counties are now required to let those residents vote before they can be annexed. However, smaller counties can only obtain that protection by holding an election. So far, 6 Texas counties have voted to end forced annexation without elections. Polls will be open from 7 to 7 tomorrow in Iowa Park. You can vote at the Friendly Door Senior Citizen Center and West Wichita Co-op. In City View, cast your ballot at the high school and City View Baptist Church.
In Chillicothe, ballots will be cast at the Ag Pavilion building. Those in Olney can vote at the community library, and you can make your voice heard about the Burke Police joining the civil service at the community center.
Those in Monte County can vote at the Monte County Annex Community Room, Nocona City Hall, Bowie Public Library, in the St. Joe Civic Center.
Woo, a lot of information to go over.
That was a big day for
But
a lot
it's
of
a big
people
day.
tomorrow. So speaking